Hello guys, and welcome to yet another cool YouTube video. So today's video is about project on face detection using OpenCV Python. So if you are already familiar with the OpenCV and its functions, then you can try your face detection project first, and if you got some problem, then you can watch this tutorial. If you don't know, don't worry, I will make it super simple for you. So face detection is a computer vision problem that involves finding faces in photo. So this is face detection tutorial using OpenCV Python. So we will build a project on OpenCV, making it super simple for you. So this is the quick introduction about this project. So first we have to run this file here, which is u.py, and we say python u.py in the terminal for running this file. And you can see we get the introduction, which is welcome to face detection tutorial. We have to enter the name of file. test1.jpg is the file. When we run this project, it will automatically detected your faces and eye, which we have provided the photo. So we provided this photo and it will automatically detect faces and eye. So you can see we have 4 eyes and 2 faces. Okay, so this is your project, and this is also beneficial, and it is obviously perfect for detecting the multiple faces in photo. So it is good to detect the multiple faces in photo also. So in this case we have 2 photos. We try one more example in which we say test2.jpg here. Okay, run this and you can see we have another photo in which we have 10 plus group of people, 10 plus people in this group, and it is automatically detecting the faces. It obviously detect almost all faces, 90% accuracy is there, so this is fine. So this is just the quick introduction, and now we'll build this project using OpenCV. With that being said, let's have it start now. What is face detection? So face detection is a problem in computer vision of locating one or more faces in a photograph. Locating face in a photograph refers to finding the coordinate of the faces, often via box around the face. First we have to install the OpenCV. So for the Windows, you can use this command pip install OpenCV Python. This command for the Windows. So run in your terminal. So I am using Visual Studio Code and it has obviously its own terminal. When I run this, I have already installed, so I got requirement already satisfied. If you have not installed, you just complete the installation process. Once the installation process is completed by you, it is obviously important to confirm that the library was installed correctly or not in your system. So create a Python file, and in that you have to enter this code, import cv to scv. And now let's check the version. So cv dot underscore version underscore, save your file with the Control S key, and just go to the terminal and run your Python file. So my Python file is existing in the local disk C document, so I just complete the formality here, python u.py. When I run this, I don't get any error. I get 4.3.0. This is the version which I have installed in my system. If you don't get any error, that means OpenCV is correctly installed in your system. So congratulations. So we have to download some XML files for the face detection tutorial. So OpenCV provides the Cascade Classifier class that can be used to create a Cascade Classifier for face detection tutorial. So this construction can take the 2 XML files for a pre-trained model. So we have to download these 2 XML files. So I have provided the link for these 2 XML files in the description section. First you download these 2 links, place these 2 files in the directory in which your Python script exists. I will show you. So this Cascade AI and front face is obviously in my system, is obviously there. So let's start with the code. First we have to import cv2. So we import cv2 as cv. Now let's create a class. So we say a class of object detection, and obviously we create simple class and we define an initializer in this. So we say define underscore init underscore init self comma image. So it will take obviously one parameter, which is image variable. So we say self dot image equal image. So why we create this image variable? It is important to create this because when we create object, we have to enter the name of file. So this will make it super easy for the users. So for making super easy for the users, we just pass an image variable here, and we will use this image variable everywhere in the function. So I will write down this, that we will make it simple for the users. Now we have to define a function for reading the image. So we say read image is my function here, which is used for reading image. So we use OpenCV for reading an image, okay, and which take the parameter self, okay. And now we say image is equal to cv dot imRead, and obviously if you are familiar with the OpenCV, you know that this function cv dot imRead, this take one variable at least. So self dot image is the variable which is obviously, and comma 1, okay. If you are not familiar, I will show you the quick demonstration for this. So first we have to import cv to scv. Now we say image is equal cv dot imRead, and this will one.jpg, the name of any image in your system. And now we print image. So this will return you a numpy array. So we just complete the formalities like Python kunal.py, another Python file for showing you the demonstration that how this function works. When we run this, you can see we got a numpy array here. So this is your numpy array of image. So one.jpg is the image of cake. So this will return a numpy array for this, and you can check also the shape of this numpy array. So image.shape here, which is, you can see we got 512 by 512 into 3. So this 3, it follows BGR pattern, blue green pattern. That's why comma 3 is there, okay. So we store this cv dot imRead self dot image comma 1 inside a image variable, okay. And we store this inside, and let's make it global. So we make images variable global, and the reason why we make it global is just because we want to use it anywhere in the function. Let's define another function. So another function is for the Cascade classifier here, so which is used for Cascade classification. So this function is used for loading the XML file, which we have already downloaded. I have already shown you. So we use this piece of code for loading the model. So XML file, which is used for face detection, is stored in the face classifier variable. So we say face classifier is equal to cv dot cascade classifier, and it take the string, and the name of the string is the name of your XML file. So the name of your XML file is Cascade front face. I will check that. What is the name of my file? Cascade front face default .xml. So this is the name of my file, and we put this inside a face classifier variable here. And let's create one more variable. So the face classifier is used for detecting faces only, and for the eye classification we create another one classifier here. So we say Cascade Cascade eye.xml. This is the name of my file, XML file for detecting the eyes here. So we use this piece of code for loading our model. So XML file face classifier is used for face detection, and for the eye detection we have eye classifier variable. Now we create boxes1 variable, which is used for detecting the multiple faces in image. So if we have the image which has 6 photos, 10 photos, so boxes1 will detect the multiple scale in the image. So we say face classifier don't detect multi-scale, and it takes the parameter of this images variable. So that's why I make images variable global here, so that I can use this anywhere in the function. And now I make boxes1 and I classified global here, because I want to use boxes1 variable and I classifier variable again in the upcoming functions. So we have completed the main project part actually coming here. So what is actually is this boxes1? So this boxes1 is a numpy array which obviously has x comma y comma width comma height is there. So this will return you a numpy array. So if we have two faces, so it will return you a numpy array with the shape 2 comma 4, and if we have 10 faces, then it will return you a numpy array of 10 comma 4. Now we define the main function our so main project part, which is how we can manage a complete output for the users. So we define a function detection. So this detection function is used for detecting the images, as we have already discussed that this boxes1 is returning me a numpy array. So it obviously has some x comma y comma width comma height, so we will store this. So we apply a for loop here. So we say for points in boxes1, and for points in boxes1 this will return you a numpy array. So we say that x1 y1 x1 y1 and height and width, these four variables is equal to boxes1. Okay, so we just apply a for loop and we say for points in boxes1 x1 y1 height width equal to points1. Okay, so we used OpenCV for drawing a rectangle. So my idea is to detect the faces and showing them in a rectangle. So for the rectangle we need two coordinates, so we have x1 y1 is there. For another coordinate which is the bottom corner, we use x2 y2 which is equal to x1 plus height and y1 plus height. So that's how we can draw a rectangle. So for drawing the rectangle, so if the image found some faces, if say we have an image and it has some face, so it will just detect the face and show them separately in a rectangle. So we say cv dot rectangle, this function in cv, and we say images variable, and this obviously take two tuple. So x1 y1 is the left corner and the x2 y2 is the right corner, and then it take a bgr pattern. So we say 255 comma 0 comma 0 and then 1. That is fine. So that's how we can draw a rectangle. I will show you again. If you are not familiar with this, don't worry, this is 10-second introduction. So for drawing a rectangle, we say cv dot rectangle, and obviously this image variable, first we have to pass the name of our variable. So we just declare some position here, so 10 comma 10 40 comma 40, and then a bgr pattern, so 255 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1. So this will draw a blue rectangle on your images variable. So 1.jpg on this image it will draw a rectangle, and for showing the image we use cv.imshow. So for showing your image we use this function cv.imshow. We have to create the name of window. So this is image.png, this is the name of window. You can create any window name and just pass the name of the rectangle, and cv.wait key underscore 0 cv.destroy all windows. This is just the formality for stopping your windows, as we have not okay. So run this, you can see we have this image 1.jpg, this is the image of cake, and obviously this rectangle, this cv.rectangle this takes the last parameter, which is the thickness of your rectangle. So we just pass 11 is the thickness of our rectangle, which is obviously it will draw bigger line. You can see we got a rectangle obviously in the top side of the left side. So left side top we get a rectangle. So that's how you can create a rectangle. So if it will detect some faces, it will draw a rectangle here. Okay, so this follows the BGR pattern, and also we just pass the thickness, which is the 1, and this thickness is must be a positive number or it is greater than 0. So what about eyes now? So this is only just the formality for completing the phases. For eyes we make a variable ROI gray here, so and located the array for eyes which are obviously in the top of faces. So first it will detect the faces. If it detects faces, then it will detect the eyes. So we say images variable x1 to x2 and y1 to y2. Obviously this rectangle, it will draw a rectangle which is used for detecting the faces, and we will take only the area of this for detecting the eyes. So we say boxes 2 equal to I classifier dot detect multiscale ROI gray, as we have done before. So the simple conclusion is that, so we declare boxes 2 variable, and there the same work actually we have done in the variable boxes 1. So we make global boxes 2, we make it global just because we want to use it anywhere in the function, and again apply the nested loop as we did before. Yes, as we did before in the face detection, the same work we will do in the eye detection. So we say pour points 2 in boxes 2, and is there any error? Let me just think. Okay, this boxes 1 is not there, we have points there. Okay, so x1 y1 height width equal to points. Okay, and now we say 4.2 in boxes 2, we say ex1 ey1 and ew eh. So idea is again same, that it will, if it will detect the eyes, it will obviously showing them inside a rectangle. So we create ex1 ey1, which is the 1 point here, 1 coordinate, and ex2 ey2 equal ex1 plus eh, which is the height of your eye, and ey1 plus ew, which is the height width of your eyes. Okay, so we need for the rectangle we need obviously 2 coordinates. So we have ex1 ey1 and ex2 ey2. Again the idea is same, to draw the rectangle. So we say cv dot rectangle, and this time we're gonna use ROI gray. Obviously this is obviously a array, so we say ROI gray comma ex1 comma ey1 ex2 ey2, obviously these two tuples, and then we have to pass the BGR pattern, which is BGR pattern here. That is fine. Again, now finally we have to show the image. So we have completed all of the main problem here. So we have completed every main. Okay, now a welcome line. So for showing the image we use the following command, this again, which I obviously showing you that how we can show image, how we can pass a wait key, and how we can destroy all of the windows. So I have already mentioned this code in the kunal.py file, but this is our project. So in this so we are running this project in the u.py. So cv.imshowface.png, name of window, images variable, cv.wait_key underscore 0, cv.destroy all window. Okay, everything is fine. Now we have to create the objects and just pass the name of our file. So first we create a welcome screen here. We have to create a welcome screen, welcome line, sorry, not a welcome screen. If you make it more attracting for user, you can just create a button and just create a welcome button. So we just pass a single line here, which is welcome to face detection tutorial. welcome to face detection tutorial. And now we create an object. So we say b1 equal object detection. Okay, let's make it not b1. We say object. Yes, your image is an object. So we say object is equal to object detection, and object dot read image. First read image function. So we will okay, so we will pass all of the functions. We will pass all of the functions in the correct manner here. So now we create a input function first. So first we create a input function which will take input from the user to enter the name of his file. So we say pixels equal input, enter the name of your file, enter the name of file, enter the name of file, and we use this pixels variable as a parameter for our object variable. So we say object detection and it takes the parameter which is the pixels. Now let's find, and now we pass all of the functions. So we say object dot read image, then we say object dot cascade classifier, object dot detection, object dot detection. That's fine. And okay, everything is fine. Now we have to save our file and run it. So we say Control S for saving our file, and now we have to run this. Okay, so going into the terminal, we get this welcome line here, welcome to face detection tutorial, enter the name of our file. So we just enter the name of file which is test1.jpg. okay, we get some error. We get the error in the line 33, object.cascade classifier, just because of the line 12. Face classifier dot, okay, just correcting the name of this Cascade file here. Now fine. Okay, again we have to just change the BGR pattern. Okay, we have just changed this. Okay, that is fine. We have just we have two problems here. We have just used the not correct name of we have just corrected the name of file, and this fine. Okay, enter the name of file, and which is test1.jpg, and you can see we have detected the image, so it will detect the image. Let's check for the one more example. So we say python u.py, enter the name of file which is test2.jpg. so we have just corrected the name of our XML file. We just because of this we get error, and now everything is fine. So we can see, okay, we fine. It is obviously correct for detecting the multiple faces also. So well, fine, that's my task is completed. That's how you can perform face detection, object detection using OpenCV in Python. So I really hope that you must like that video. If you really like this video, you can just like down that video. If you really any comments about this project and any suggestions about new programming tutorials, leave down a comment below. Otherwise, you can just subscribe my channel for Python or more programming tutorials on YouTube. Click on the bell notification icon to get new notifications. Thanks for watching this video.